Gue ada pertanyaan nih, tapi ini a little bit sensitif ya. Oke. Suami bekerja. Suami bekerja, istri juga bekerja. Uang suami dibagi dengan istri. Apakah uang istri yang bekerja ini dibagi dengan suami juga atau enggak? Makan permen terlalu banyak bisa bikin sakit. Welcome back to Churchill with Kid. Oke, hari ini saya kedatangan dua narasumber yang sangat romantis. Kita langsung aja perkenalkan siapa mereka.
Hello, my name is Chris. Happy to be here with Kid. He's a cousin of my wife. Happy to be here. We are newly married, but let's see. Hopefully, our sharing is of some value.
Halo, aku Jessica. Aku cousinnya Kid. And wife-nya Chris.
Welcome to Churchill with Kid, guys.
Yeah.
Selamat datang. Oke, sebelum kita mulai temanya apa, di sini Chris juga ngomongnya lebih comfortable di Inggris, gak apa-apa, kita nggak ada masalah di sini.
Oke.
Jadi sebelum kita memasuki tema kita hari ini, saya ada menjelaskan sedikit bahwa Chris aslinya dari Singapura, dia dari kecil dari Singapura, jadi ngomong bahasa Indonesia ada putus-putus, jadi dia akan ngomong pakai bahasa Inggris, nggak apa-apa, nanti akan ada bahasa subtitle di sini. Oh ya, setiap kali saya podcast, sebelum saya mulai podcast ini, aku tuh selalu mengajak foto kayak yang di sini kalau kalian lihat. Jadi beberapa anak-anak yang pernah curcil bareng saya selalu saya ajak foto dulu. Gimana kalau kita foto dulu biar lebih nggak tegang gitu ya kan?
Yeah.
Sip.
Yuk. Boleh minta tolong kameramen?
Oke, gimana? Gini ya.
Gini. Oke, tema kita hari ini tuh adalah tentang pernikahan. Pas banget, tadi Chris juga ada ngomong kalau kalian baru newly married, right?
Iya.
Sebelum saya tanya dari pertanyaan-pertanyaan seputar pernikahan, kalian tuh sebelum menikah itu udah pacaran berapa lama sih?
Sebelum menikah kita udah pacaran 5 tahun.
5 tahun?
5 years.
Wow. How's that?
It's been great. Like with life and with everything, there's ups and downs. And what matters is di 5 tahun itu or before you get married, some of the key things yang kita harus be aware of, yang kita harus lihat adalah value-nya sama nggak? Is the value aligned? So the 5 years is overall is good. Overall is like a test kan. So basically you want to test whether how's the person like, how's the character like, and basically once you are at a point where setelah pacaran you feel that okay, this align and you're ready for the next step and the next level, and you feel that it's a solid partnership, then you go to the next level. So it's like a very good trial run, right? So I think semua orang harus at a certain age, tuh mereka harus masuk ke pacaran untuk with the idea of marriage, gitu. Jadi the intention harus sama juga, karena kalau dua orang masuk pas pacaran, satu intentionnya untuk have fun, satu intentionnya untuk marriage, value-nya udah kurang align,
Nggak klik ya?
nggak klik. Jadi then if your end goal is not the same, you have a mismatch gitu, then you are going to waste each other time, especially yang the time of the person that wants to get married. Jadi for us, sebelum kita get married 5 tahun itu ya, I think more or less through the ups and downs we have the same goals in mind and the same values, and it's been good ya.
Right. Wah, seru banget ya.
Lumayan.
Terus how do you guys meet each other? How do you guys meet each other? Jessica boleh jawab deh.
Iya. Pertama kali ketemu itu dikenalin sama lecturer kita. Lecturer itu Indonesia kayak dosen.
Dosen,
gitu,
ya,
ya,
dosen.
dosen. Jadi dia tuh 3 tahun lebih tua dari aku. Tapi hari itu pas aku lagi ada kelas, kebetulan dia lagi ketemuan sama dosennya. Nah, terus dosennya tuh nawarin, Chris, kamu datang ke kelasku aja, nanti ada yang aku mau kenalin juga.
Enggak. Jadi hari itu sebetulnya aku ke sekolah untuk have coffee with my professor or dosen.
Yeah.
Jadi tujuannya hari itu untuk ketemu dengan dosen kita untuk have coffee aja. Terus dosen aku tanya, tuh mau nggak tuh masuk ke lecture aku gitu. Terus setelah lecture selesai, dia panggil aku turun, terus dia bilang, "Come, let me introduce you. This is another Indonesian, and maybe you guys can be friends." Tapi aku nggak ada ide that I'm going to get
Dikenalin.
introduced ya.
Because kalau aku pas aku masuk kelas itu namanya Miss Audrey. Dan Miss Audrey tuh panggil aku, Jessica kamu kesini deh. Nanti kamu duduk depan sini ya. Nanti kamu jangan keluar dulu. Nanti I want to introduce you to someone. Gitu.
Oh,
Surprise.
Dan surprise.
That's Chris. Oh.
Ya, tapi kayaknya dia nggak ada intention untuk kayak jadi pacar or
Iya,
love or what.
itu
Enggak sih,
cuman
kayaknya
mau
cuman
tuh
sama-sama
kenalin lah.
Indo gitu. Kan kita
As a friend, right?
Yeah.
Ya,
as a
soalnya
friend.
kita kan
As a
dulu
friend.
di Singapura, jadi
Yeah.
gurunya ngerasa, ini sama-sama Indo nih bisa jadi temen.
yeah. So that's why keep in good relationships with your dosen.
Channel.
Yeah, channel.
Jadi dapat networking. Jadi guys, kalau kalian masih kuliah, nah itu kesempatan kalian deketin dosen. Siapa tahu bisa dikasih jodoh kalian sama dosennya. Itu pesan dari Chris. Oke, gimana kalau kita sekarang menuju di sesi pertanyaan tentang pernikahan, tema awal kita. Oke, saya punya pertanyaan pertama nih. Kenapa sih kalian pengen menikah?
For me itu kenapa kita pengen menikah itu adalah kalau kita mau to bring the partnership to the next level kan. Jadi I feel that if you have the right partner, the right life partner, 1 + 1 is not 2, is 3, because there's a lot of synergy and there's like a lot of like you look at it as a partnership lah. Jadi itu menikah itu untuk gimana tuh cara membawa stability, membawa peace of mind, dan tuh membawa fokus. Karena if you think about it, apa sih bedanya menikah sama pacaran kan? Itu hanya mungkin tuh tanda tangan, oh tuh kalian sudah menikah bla bla bla. Tapi sebetulnya mentally and psychologically salah satu perbedaannya adalah peace of mind dan stability. Karena if you think that he or she is the right partner, then the idea is that you are not going to go and date around already, you're not going to look around already. Karena kita enggak date around and look around, semua energy and the focus, you can focus on meaningful things. Maybe your business, your work, your health, everything else gitu. When you have the right partner.
Right.
Jadi the right partner brings the right stability and peace of mind.
Wow.
And that's why mau menikah. That's from my side. Yeah.
Wih, dalam banget. But I totally agree about 1 + 1 doesn't mean 2. Because sometimes 1 + 1 it means 5, 7, 6.
Yeah.
Itu maksudnya apa? Punya anak gitu?
No, it's like a logically mind.
Yeah.
I totally understand about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you have two of the right person, it's amazing and there's a lot of things that you can do. But
Right.
if you have two of the wrong person, 1 + 1 is not 2. It can be 1 + 1 equals to
Minus.
1 or minus 0.5.
Right, yeah.
Because it's self-destructive ya.
Right, betul.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kalau perspektif Jessica gimana?
Kenapa mau nikah?
Yeah.
Sama sih sebenarnya. I agree juga what you said. Kalau another reason maybe to have a long life traveling partner.
Oh, seru emang ya traveling daripada sendirian.
Yes.
Yep.
Ya gitu sih. Jadi gak kesepian kan ada teman terus.
So like someone to share experience with, and tuh makanya it's so important you choose the right partner. Gitu.
Right. Itu bener banget sih. Daripada kita menyesal, kan kita akan tinggal sama dia kan seterusnya.
Yeah.
Bangun ketemu dia, tidur ketemu dia.
Iya. Itu jadi choosing the right to partner itu adalah decision yang paling penting seumur hidup sih. Untuk whether you are happy or not in your life.
Betul.
Gitu.
Oke, next question. Apakah karakter untuk menjalin pernikahan itu karakternya itu harus sama? Apakah nggak harus sama?
Kalau aku sih rasa bukan harus ya, tapi kalau sama itu lebih nyambung gitu loh. Kayak aku nggak terlalu tahu tuh harus atau enggak. Tapi kalau menurut dari pengalamanku gitu, kalau misalnya karakternya tuh lebih similar, we have similar characters, kita jadi lebih nyambung gitu. Terus kayak misalnya kita punya similar interest. Misalnya contohnya kayak aku sama Chris kan, kita suka ngopi. Kita sama-sama suka ngopi, kita sama-sama suka nonton. Nah, kalau bayangin kalau misalnya partner kamu tuh nggak suka yang kamu biasanya sukain. Jadi misalnya dia suka ngopi, tapi aku nggak bisa minum kopi. Terus misalnya dia suka nonton, tapi aku lebih suka di rumah baca buku. Misalnya kayak gitu kan, jadi bingung juga kan aktivitasnya tuh mau ngapain. Jadi kayak kalau misalnya nggak sama itu jadi kurang nyambung. Kayak topiknya misalnya aku ngomongin tentang buku, misalnya dia ngomongin tentang movie or something like that. Jadi menurutku kalau misalnya sama, karakter sama, interest sama itu lebih gampang untuk berjalannya itu lebih mudah gitu. Soalnya dari ngomongnya nyambung, topiknya nyambung, aktivitas sehari-hari juga nyambung kayak gitu sih.
Biar lebih match ya, biar
Iya,
lebih
lebih
enak
match.
lah ya. Kalau Chris gimana?
Kalau karakternya sama, emang lebih gampang dikit, tapi terlalu sama pun juga nggak bagus.
Bisa jadi bumerang.
Iya. Jadi kalau opinion aku, karakternya itu sebetulnya nggak perlu terlalu sama sekali, tapi garis besarnya harus sama. Jadi values-nya, life values, life system. For example lah, the very like practical thing, tergantung orangnya juga. Mungkin bagi orang itu religion itu penting atau enggak. Bagi orang itu dia tuh tipenya lebih ke introvert atau lebih ke extrovert. Jadi garis besar and the values system itu should be ranked number 1 is your values aligned kan. Terus tuh number 2 is your character complementary. Jadi tuh karakter tuh kamu walaupun sedikit beda tapi suka nggak bedanya gitu.
Nah, saling melengkapin nggak?
Iya, saling melengkapin nggak? Kan ada yang tuh bedanya terlalu ekstrim gitu. Misalnya kalau
meet in the middle kan.
Iya. Dan juga tuh kayak tuh karakter as in are they like confrontational? Do they like to pick a fight over small things or are they more more forgiving? Like you have to see if the two character match atau enggak gitu. Tapi value-nya is number 1 lah. The values, how you see life, like what life means to you, where do you see like your life, do you see yourself having kids, blah blah blah. So the garis besarnya gitu harus align. Yeah.
Setuju sih, memang harus align.
Yeah,
Kalau tuh a bit too off kan jadinya kan nggak match takutnya.
Iya.
Oke, sekarang kita masuk ke pertanyaan berikutnya tentang financial nih. Bagaimana cara kalian mengatur keuangan keluarga?
Jadi financial itu sangat penting for family, right? I think maybe I can share the values lah. I think one of the core values for our financial is that don't be too calculative, right? Because you have to see yourself as a team. Jadi after you get married, you are in a partnership. You are on the same team, you're on the same side gitu. Jadi it's not about me versus you, your money versus my money, my spending versus your spending. Try to see it as a holistic one team, one partnership. Jadi our values is that we are not calculative. Like whoever like needs to pay, like wants to pay, then we'll just pay it. But of course, garis besarnya ya don't spend more than you earn kan.
Right. You have to save your money, right?
Yeah. So as an individual or as a partner in a wedding, in a like pernikahan, in a marriage, is the same. If you spend more than you earn, eventually you're not going to do well gitu.
Right.
But if you ensure that you keep your spending below your earnings, you have some savings, then your savings you use it for investment, etc. Then that is that lessen the problems in the future. Lebih dikit masalah di masa depan.
Kan we never know kayak emergency kita sakit atau apa ya kan.
We never know kan.
We never know.
Itu jadi ya don't be too calculative. Think of yourself as a team.
Right.
Spend wisely. Have insurance ya gitu-gitulah.
Gue ada pertanyaan nih, tapi ini a little bit sensitif ya. Oke. Banyak kayak kadang, have some. Beberapa orang nih, ada kasus kayak gini nih. Suami bekerja, istri juga bekerja. Uang suami dibagi dengan istri. Apakah istri bekerja akan dibagi, uang istri yang bekerja ini dibagi dengan suami juga atau enggak?
Jadi two question itu tergantung partnernya masing-masing. Tapi my point of view is again value-nya apa? Kan two person, aku bilang the number one, don't be calculative gitu kan. You have to think of yourself as a team kan. Jadi kalau misalnya suaminya kerja, istrinya nggak kerja, nggak dapetin duit, atau suaminya kerja tuh kasih duitnya ke istri, dan tuh aku pikir ya beda pasangan itu beda-beda. Cuman ya istrinya juga pasti nggak mungkin nggak kerja lah. Di rumah dia ada tuh kerjaan tuh rumah tangga or whatever or not kan. Jadi kalau kita ya we think of it as one finance. Jadi it really doesn't matter like kantong kiri atau kantong kanan. It's our kantong anyway kan.
Kita patungan di tengah lah ya. Di tengah lah. If she's work also, then she split up the money, right?
Yeah. So if she works also, he works. Even if he doesn't work, then she work, or she doesn't work, then he work. The question is, what are you doing gitu? Is it logical or not? Gitu. If you can work and you can get higher salary, why not kan?
Right.
Jadi itu kita di pernikahan itu kan itu partnership again. Jadi itu core value-nya itu partnership. Dengan resources sekarang, kekuatan kita masing-masing, apa yang harus kita lakukan? Gitu. Terus jadi so in terms of the expenses juga tuh nggak boleh asal-asal spending kan? Itu bukan artinya suaminya earn atau istrinya earn, then you give the money, then the istri anyhow spend atau the suami anyhow spend. If you spend also, what are you spending for gitu.
Betul. Harus jelas kan.
Harus jelas and harus logical gitu.
Right.
Jadi itu have to be transparent.
Betul.
Another core principle kan to transparency and honesty kan.
Betul.
If you choose the right partner, you have the same values, you think of yourself as a partnership, then the transparency and the honesty helps both of you. Ya.
Gue setuju banget tuh.
Ya.
Boleh silakan.
Ya.
Biar santai juga. Oke, selama kalian menikah pernah nggak sih kalian mengalami konflik dalam berumah tangga?
Konflik sih pasti ada ya.
Gimana cara mengatasinya?
Jadi kebanyakan konflik itu adalah konflik yang lumayan kecil gitu, atau mungkin tuh konflik the common things lah, like maybe like parents and like things like that. It's very common kan, semua tuh rumah tangga pasti ada. Jadi cara mengatasinya, salah satu core value-nya from my point of view is fairness gitu. Karena again going back to the first value kan, we are in a partnership. Kalau you're in a partnership, kalau salah satu tuh merasa nggak fair tuh kenapa tuh kamu ini pasti partnershipnya gagal. Jadi tuh kalau ada masalah apapun, tuh pertama ya we have to see gimana untuk fair to both party. And when we think in terms of fairness, then we tend to find the answer gitu. And of course you must combine fairness with another like principles or maybe tradition. Karena kan kalau kita menikah kan dua family itu
punya tradisi masing-masing.
Iya, punya tradisi masing-masing, punya culture masing-masing kan. Dan tuh bukan satu family benar, satu family salah loh. Dua-duanya juga benar tuh, karena tuh dua-duanya ada tradisi dan culture-nya masing-masing.
Betul.
Jadi itu kita harus
menghargai, kita harus menghargai.
Harus menghargai, harus respect.
Betul.
Kan, dan tuh mengerti di itu semua ini itu kita harus think of both parties, tapi also don't try to aim for perfection.
Compromise.
Yeah, and compromise. Yeah.
Compromise.
Yeah. Yeah, compromise.
Assumption.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Like try to question your assumptions gitu. Sometimes what we think may not be what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Kan? And sometimes what we think is our reaction gitu, but instead of react we should respond.
Betul.
Gitu. Jadi don't just react, like we must see are we right or not gitu.
Right.
Itu mungkin dari sisi
We,
mereka
we
kan
need some
beda.
feedback also, man.
Iya.
Yeah, we need some feedback. Kan
Iya. Dan yang penting when we are emotional ya, pas
Right.
ada emosi jangan ya take a step back.
ya,
gitu.
jangan terbawa emosi.
Iya, tuh minum air dulu,
Minum air dulu.
santai dulu,
Menghela nafas.
makan
ya.
snack dulu.
Iya.
Iya.
Minum teh dulu.
Iya.
Communication is
Yeah.
also key lah, communication. Because sometimes kayak habis udah nikah tuh kadang couple itu lupa kalau misalnya we are still two different individuals gitu.
Betul.
Sometimes when people get married and then they will have this thinking like you are mine, now you are mine. So they have like this unrealistic expectation.
Oh.
Yeah. Which can lead to many conflicts lah,
Yep.
expectations
Yep.
kan. Jadi kayak kadang tuh couple tuh lupa gitu kalau misalnya kita ini tetap dua orang yang berbeda, gimana tetap dia Chris tuh Chris, Jessica tuh Jessica gitu. Tapi gimana caranya kita dua orang tapi jalan sama-sama ke satu tujuan yang sama gitu, the same goal. Ya, jadi have no expectation is the best lah.
Iya.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of expectation, it becomes disappointment.
Yeah. That's why.
And also, I mean, you can have some expectations of the future, but don't cling onto the expectations.
Oh ya,
Jadi itu bisa ada ekspektasi,
Betul.
bisa positif, tapi jangan cling
Too focus on it, too
jangan,
focus on it.
jangan too focus on it dan bilang kalau nggak itu I'm a failure,
Yeah.
enggak kan. Jadi
That's right.
jadi itu mental modelnya cara kita tuh pikir di sehari-hari itu harus benar gitu.
Betul.
Yang tuh nomor satu, from my point of view kan, two different to partner ya, to maybe two different point of view, but first of all you can never own someone.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
the idea is that again you are in a partnership. If you know each other's strength, if you combine it properly, wow, then that's gonna be a very strong partnership gitu.
Betul.
But sometimes when you try to force someone or own like someone or think that now you're mine or I'm yours, blah blah blah, then sometimes that person may also feel that like not free gitu.
Yeah. It's like you're in a cage,
Yeah,
right?
like you feel some
Yeah.
pressure gitu.
And then
Yeah.
someone if I've made mistakes, then ntar gak bisa dimaafin atau apa-apa,
Yeah.
because you own me or
Yeah.
whatever it is, right?
Which is not good for both of them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
become toxic too.
Yeah, for both of them.
For
Jadi,
both of them.
Jadi tuh kita harus hati-hati tuh dengan cara kita pikir lah. That's my point of view. But again, different partners may have different culture and tradition kan
Right,
juga.
betul.
But that is our way of thinking lah.
Right,
So,
right,
yeah.
right. Tadi kan pertanyaan lumayan serius nih. Kita lumayan santai dulu ya. Santai dulu.
If with me everything serious.
Oke, di pertanyaan berikutnya nih. Kan kalian barusan menikah. Apakah ada plan untuk ingin punya anak? Like very soon right now, you wanna have a baby or you just wanna like wait for another year or whatever?
Or maybe you want to answer first?
Yeah, sure.
I answer first? Okay.
It's always the answer. But it's right.
Oke.
Okay.
Kita kan baru nikah kayak awal tahun ya, jadi sekarang tuh baru 8 bulan.
Yeah, around there, yeah.
Ya, dari awal mau nikah sih kita udah ngobrol kayak at least tahun pertama no lah, like we focus on adjusting ourselves to this new stage. Kan marriage tuh new stage kan.
Right.
Ya, we need time to adjust juga. Jadi we adjust to this life first, and then we enjoy ourselves first as a married couple, and we focus on our business to earn more money, travel more. Then maybe next year then can start thinking about having babies.
Having a baby.
Yeah.
Ya, karena have babies tuh another stage of life.
Yeah.
Jadi
That's
kayak
right.
buat kita itu kayak kalau habis dari pacaran tiba-tiba ting have baby itu kayak kamu ngelompatin satu stage gitu loh. Jadi takutnya kalau terlalu maksain atau terlalu mendadak tuh takutnya nanti nggak siap. Kalau nggak siap nanti takutnya nggak bagus gitu sih. We are not rushing sih.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have a few friends who recently have their kid, right? Some are like 4 months old and things like that. Jadi yang one thing that we realize is that we have to be very aware. Kid is a lifelong thing. It's a lifelong commitment gitu. So like marriage, you know, it's a
Kid,
lifelong
baby, ya, bukan
commitment.
kid.
I know.
Yeah. So
Serius.
so once you have kid, there's no refund ya.
Ya, exactly. That's what
Yeah, there's no refund.
Nggak ada mantan anak juga loh.
Iya. Jadi pas sudah ada anak itu nggak bisa bilang, nggak jadi deh, nggak
Wah.
bisa kan. Jadi itu nggak bisa refund. Jadi kita harus tuh benar-benar sure that pas sudah ada anak, it's no longer about ourselves gitu. It's about giving gitu. It's about giving the best for the kid kan.
And responsible.
And I know like responsibility and everything. And I think you have to have baby or anak when you are at the point of you feel the meaning. You know? You feel the meaning to having kid. You feel the meaning to nurturing a human from baby all the way to adult. And you need to have a sense of meaning there. Because if not, you will feel tired gitu. You will feel tired and you will feel that, wah, ini so stressful. And you haven't talked about your business, your earnings, your work, kan? And your family and everything else in a marriage. Jadi, that's how we think about it, and we think that we are going for it when we are ready gitu. Like mentally and also at the stage of our life where we feel that we are there yet in terms of having that meaning.
Betul.
Yeah.
Karena if we have a baby kan kita jadi banyak banget ini nih tambahan-tambahan hidup kita.
Iya.
Ya kan? We have to think about their study dan lain-lain, makannya, susunya dan lain-lain.
Iya.
Right?
Iya.
And then after you have a baby kan lu nggak bisa sembarangan pergi traveling and doing stuff that you like because you have to like watch the baby and
Dan also if you have a baby, meaning that you are saying no to other things also because of the time you spend with the baby, meaning that you have less time, as you say kan, less time to do other things.
Right.
Jadi of course there's pros and cons.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly pros and cons.
So there's no one right answer for everyone, but that's ours.
Okay, my last question is, apa sih arti pernikahan buat kalian? Boleh Chris dulu mungkin?
Arti pernikahan itu adalah pilihan dan partnership untuk the next level. Jadi it's also leveling up, not just the two of you but each of you. Kan itu tadi aku bilang kalau you choose the right partner, and you have to try your best to choose the right partner because in my opinion, it's the single biggest key metric untuk your happiness or not in your whole life. Jadi, if you choose the right partner, you should naturally feel more stable, you feel more peaceful. Then with that, yourself and your partner, not only as a partnership, tapi individually juga, you are in a so much better state gitu. Health-wise, emotionally, financially, everything. Jadi artinya pernikahan itu untuk go to that next level. Jadi if you find that right person, then it's all about having the courage to go to that next level.
Kayaknya dia udah bilang semuanya deh.
Mungkin perlu ditambahin atau apa ya kan?
Marriage is going to the next level, is summing up everything kan.
Pembicaraan kita hari ini tuh saya mendapatkan kesimpulan yang cukup sangat menarik untuk para penonton di rumah yang pengen menikah di kemudian harinya atau seperti apa. Jadi sesuai yang diomongin sama Chris tadi, bahwa marriage itu seperti kita punya partnership. Kita harus saling bisa ketemu di tengah, meet in the middle, kita harus bisa saling mengerti apa sih mau mereka satu sama lain. Kan setiap manusia seperti yang diomongin sama Jessica, setiap manusia kan punya karakter masing-masing, dan seperti yang Jessica tadi bilang, Jessica, Chris. Dan dimana mereka berdua bisa ketemu di tengah dan bisa menjalin hubungan dengan smooth seperti itu. Ketika kita bisa berhubungan dengan smooth, ya pasti kita akan married to the next level seperti yang mereka ngomongin. Benar nggak? Terima kasih untuk Chris dan Jessica karena sudah mampir di Churchill with Kate hari ini. Ada pesan bagus nih buat para penonton. Saya sampaikan dulu ya. Sakit gigi tidak sebanding dengan sakit hati. Tapi ingat, keduanya berawal dari manis-manis. Saya Kevin Kid, pamit undur diri. Terima kasih sudah menonton Churchill with Kid. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And
Thank you.
subscribe. Subscribe. Oh ya, fotonya ini. Mau yang mana kira-kira?
Oh, okay.